He's really got good map control, and with that, he did go ahead and take his third base, so it wasn't for naught. He is low in units right now. If we go to the units tab, he's got 7 Zealots, 1 Colossus, 1 Stalker, and 3 Sentries at 12 minutes into the game. Is kind of scary. Typically, you could have that Zerg opponent maxed out, and we do have the engagement coming down over here. 1 Colossus is out with the Thermal Lance upgrade, though, so it's going to do a lot of damage, practically melting these Lings. They get trapped in a beautiful force field. Having to pull back. We don't see any Roach. Instead, Andromeda electing to go for that Mutalisk play. Gotta think, with no Roaches on the map, Wilco's going to kind of know what's up. If he's not using his gas on any Hydra anti-gateway units, where could the gas be going? It has to be Mutalisk, possibly Infestor play. You just don't really see that anymore, though, so almost instinctively you see him kind of setting up a defense, specifically at this third with the cannon right here. Starting possibly more, no, still in the dark. Ooh, these Phoenix can pick it up early, though. It's going to give him a lot of time to set up for defense, but no. Gonna fly right into the Xel'Naga tower. It doesn't matter. He's got no control on the map at this point. Alright, in come the Muta. 1 Photon Cannon is not going to be enough. It's going to drop. The Lings get in through the small hole in the defense as well. They're going to go right for the Nexus, no taking out the probe line instead, killing tons of workers, but here come the Colossus. There's 2 at this point. Not a lot of Stalkers, though. Oh, he's down on anti-air as well. Oh, and the Phoenix are out of position. Finally, you're able to get in good position, but there goes the Artosis Pylon, taking out all of the unit-producing structures. This gateway not even set up for warp production yet, so he is so behind right now. Tons of damage going out back and forth, but it doesn't matter. The Muta just pull away, taking very few losses. And going to income, we do have Andromeda now with a 10-drone lead on his Protoss opponent, and he is continuing the pressure, deciding to run into this base. He's going to run into a volley of cannons. If he's able to take out one, it's going to be a very nice trade, because he's going to have to rebuild that pylon as well. And in come more and more Lings. At the same time, multi-prong harass going on. The Phoenix here, there's not enough of them to really push back these Muta. He's having to take time rifling them and is losing all this infrastructure here on his third. Man, nice multi-prong attacks here by the Zerg player. You see him take out all these pylons as well, pushing back the supply even further and further. Ling's just paying for themselves such a cheap unit. They're going to finally come in, probably get shut down here. The army, Wilco moving in. Income now, not looking good, down to 50 probes, 49 probes, because we have another attack going here in the natural. And there goes the Phoenix, so pesky, but there's not enough of them. Not enough for in production. Third base maybe taken a little too early because he can't get enough units out to really push back this multi-prong attack. He has to take just all of his Stalkers to defend just that Muto attack, and then at the same time he has Lings coming into the third. It's just too much for the Protoss to deal with right now. Almost a double worker lead from Andromeda. Nice comeback. Muta's just going to go around doing tons of damage, taking out even more infrastructure. Andromeda running around, still trying to find some room, darting in and out. Just taking shots and units whenever he can. And really, this is the strength of Muta Ling. Just being mobile, not suiciding your army, but just being all over the map. Causing tons of disarray, all the while keeping his macro up on 5 bases now. He is up to an 8 gas economy. And you have to think he's going to be moving. Yes, Hive almost completed. Almost perfect timing for that late game transition, as he's done so much economic damage. I don't know if Wilco can really push back or punish the Zerg at all for tech switching at this point. The one weakness of Muta Ling is just that right before Hive Tech, if you can push, Muta just straight up fails to any type of late game Protoss army, but he's done lots of damage. If he can take out these Colossus, that'd be huge. That's all of his tier 3 units. Now we still got 1 left. At the same time, though, we have another run by coming, and these things are so lethal. So many Lings. There's just not enough Zealots and Cannons there to really focus them all down. And they're going to go to work on this mineral line once again. In come the Stalkers, though. They can't really get there in time, not doing enough damage to slow the killing of these probes, and we're down to 30 now from Wilco. And at the same time, the Rope-a-Dope 1-2 punch. Mutalisk fly back into the main and start just taking out these pylons again. This is textbook multi-prong harass. This army would lose in a straight-up fight. Andromeda just so quick on his APM right now, just all over the map, not giving his opponent any time to think, react, or get in good position. Just punishing the Protoss for that early expansion. And there goes a main, all the infrastructure. You gotta think you're gonna see a good game soon. I don't know what else Wilco can do. Downy supply block now as well. Gonna march out for the possible base trade. But we do have 5 bases up, so it's gonna be a very quick trade. Oh, these Lings gonna come in as well, do tons of damage to buildings, especially in the late game. He's gonna come in and just clean up fairly quickly. Protoss army is stronger, but just a little too immobile, and just not able to kill as fast as Andromeda's army can. Really just smooth play. Really kept the Protoss back on that tier 2 gateway army when he really wanted to get in that Colossus production. He just couldn't do it. Even after taking all the damage from the Phoenix as well. And there's a good game to Andromeda. Alright, and that was great play from the Zerg player. Gotta love seeing that Muta play, especially. You know, love seeing Zerg players get away from that very safe Roach Ling that almost everyone does, and that Muta is just can really catch the opponent off guard. If going for an early expansion like that, it really worked out well for Andromeda. Although Wilco did some really nice harass, he didn't have the cannons down. It was just about 30 seconds late. It ended up costing him the game. Alright, if we have round 2 games ready, we can jump right into those. And gonna go ahead. See what's going on with these brackets. TBD. Got owned. Come on, Internet. You can do it. Oh, the brackets for me. All right.
Years after their arrival, it wasn't exactly Earth anymore.
Did you guys oh man, that's really funny. Invite me, Genius, let's go. Invite me, Genius, let's go. Invite me, Genius, let's go. Waiting for your opponent to win. Oh, hopefully if anyone's ready, just go ahead and shoot me an invite. If anyone's ready, just go ahead and shoot me an invite. If anyone's ready, just go ahead and shoot me an invite. I know, Genius, I'm sorry. I will keep an eye out for you. I know, Genius, I'm sorry. I will keep an eye out for you. Alright, Andromeda. Alright, Andromeda. Okay, I'll try to get a different set of players. Alright, cool. Let's see what we have this game. Oh, Zerg Terran. Nice. Alright, if you guys want to give me just 1 second. And almost there. Okay, when you guys are ready, just go ahead and start. Ooh, that echo OP. Oh god. If you guys gotta restart it, you just quit the game real quick, do it again. As long as it's under 10 minutes, we're not running into a game or anything, we can restart it real quick. Don't want anyone to start off before they're ready, especially in a single elimination. It'd be awful. Alright, just waiting for the go on both players. Okay, and we're going to go into our second game. We've got over here in the bottom right, rocking the pink, awesome color, is Wasabi, the Zerg player. His opponent up in the top left in the emerald or green will be Styx, the Terran player. One of the best matchups ever made in RTS, Terran vs Zerg. Just so dynamic, so back and forth. Such different play styles out of both opponents. It makes it really exciting, especially at all phases in the game. Both are really susceptible to different kinds of cheese, and it's just really, really a roller coaster type of matchup all throughout the game. Gotta love to see how this one plays out. You've seen a lot of Reaper play lately from Terrans. The new unit, or it's really a revamped unit from Wings of Liberty, the Reaper. It's they got rid of the charges. They can't do damage to buildings as fast anymore, but they're able to regen out of combat a little bit faster, and they do a little bit less damage, but they're just such a good scouting unit. You see a lot of Terrans implementing it into all phases of their game. See how this one plays out, and we do see the early gas coming out of Styx. This is really indicative of that early Reaper play. You also see kind of a comeback of the 1-1-1 opening as well. And what's going to happen with that is you just have the early reactors going to come down here on the barracks, and almost like a Pult style. Instead of going for the timing attack, though, you just expand, and you use the early Hylians to really contain the Zerg, just like you would in Wings of Liberty. But the difference being, you can keep that reactor on the factory and go into Widow Mine production as part of that bio play. It's become a real integral part of that, or you can just flip the buildings over and go into any type of mech. And pretty standard opening so far from the Zerg player, electing to go just hatch first right into the spawning pool as well. You'll see gas in a little bit. And we do see the Reaper production, so instead of the 1-1-1, going to use the early gas on the Reapers to get some scouting out. I have to say, it's really is causing problems for a lot of Zerg players. The Reaper does so much damage, and it really can't be killed by anything except Speedlings. Queens can't be produced as fast and heal as fast as the Reapers can, so all things even, the Reapers can just kite Queens all day. Can kite them all around these little small spaces and just take pot shots at drones or just kind of focus down the Queen. So Speed's got to get started really quickly, and you actually aren't seeing that yet out of Wasabi. Maybe this Ice Fisher style you saw get really popular, especially towards the end of Wings of Liberty. You like to go for 6 queens first, you go for the early creep spread, have tons of anti-air, but you see right now the problem with this is now that Reaper coming in is just doing a lot of damage, already forcing a spine crawler as well. These Lings finally in position, but without speed, they're not really going to be able to do anything other than chase the Reaper away, who's able to get some really good harass down. I gotta think, even if he finishes his spine crawler, it's gotta be a win for Styx. Has to be. Anytime you can force that's 2 possible drones out of production, it just really sets back the Zerg player. Back up here in the base, you do see the expansion going down, an actual double expansion. So really playing mind games here, because anytime you see the early, heavy, aggressive kind of Reaper play, you almost expect a kind of 1-1-1 follow-up or drop timing, Widow drop timing, something to follow it up with. Because usually Terran are very aggressive at all phases of the early game to really make up for their lack of possible late-game units. But instead, the alternative is to do just this and just jump into strong economy. He's done more than enough damage. Going to income, Only down 7 when really close to the 6-7 minute mark. You'd like to see that Zerg